Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome to Green Dog TV. I just started this channel, and so we gonna start from the bottom. We're gonna make it to the top. All right. So what I'm gonna be talking about today is American rapper from Orlando, Florida. His name is Javar Latrell Walker, also known as Hotboii, also known as Hotboii 438, Double O Baby, and Mr. Cut the Fan On. He came out with a single in 2020. It's called Don't Need Time. He got a platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association of America. He had a remix with that song, same title, Don't Need Time with Lil Baby. He signed to Griffin Records, Interscope Records, and Rebel Music in conjunction with Hitmaker Music Group and 22 Entertainment. And he's released 3 albums since he came out. One called Double O Baby, the other one called Life of a Hot Boy, and the third one is called Blinded by Death. The Blinded by Death made it to the Billboard Top 200. He's 25 years old. But anyways, man, we got some crazy news with him. But somebody needs to answer this for me. How people still get going to jail for blowers in 2025? But anyways, Hotboii, he goes to jail a lot. I'm gonna go to TMZ. Read this article from TMZ website. Hotboii busted with gun on school property in Doral, Florida. Doral is a suburb in Miami, and yeah, he's a convicted felon. He's still on probation too. He's still on federal probation from that Disneyland RICO case with Glock 9 and the AFNF crew. But Hotboi's from 438 gang. But anyways, let me read the thing. TMZ Hip Hop obtained Hotboi's latest police report, which unfolds in the city of Doral. Doral is a suburb in southwest Miami. Police officers responded to a call at approximately 3:40 a.m. on Wednesday about a caller seeing a pair of suspicious males running through the parking lot of Doral International Academy of Math and Science. According to Doral police, Hotboii scaled the fence, that means he climbed the fence, on the south end of the school and was later spotted on surveillance footage tossing a black Carhartt bag over a fence connected to a fancy community adjacent to the campus. Officers say that they discovered a black Glock 45 9mm firearm inside the bag, and a records check flagged Hotboii as a convicted felon on federal probation. See, I don't even know how he's out right now. Doral police transported Hotboii and booked him for possession of a firearm and ammunition as a convicted felon, and trespassing on school property with a firearm and trespassing on school property. Hotboii previously served 3 years in prison on a RICO charge and was briefly detained back in February. He got arrested in February too with another blower, so I don't even know how he was out. He had been teasing on Instagram the release of a new album this year, but clearly he has bigger fish to fry at this point. You see, like I said, it's 2025, man. I don't know how people still going to jail for blowers, man. You know, like he makes a lot of money. He made a lot of money in the industry, and he's made a lot of street money too. So I don't know how he doesn't have somebody. I'm not saying he got to have security, because Hotboii, his ego is too big to let him have security like that. He won't have security. But to have somebody with you that's not a felon that can carry a firearm is like I think is a plus. And I don't know, maybe you could pay him $500 or $1,000 a week or something. But just what I'm thinking, if you hire somebody, not a security guard, because that costs a lot of money. But I'm saying, like, if you hire somebody to be with you, you know, between you and him, that he can carry a firearm, you know what I mean, and protect you and stuff like that. You know, paying $500 a week or $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. You know what I'm saying? A week, that's pennies. You know what I'm saying? He got money. But what I was gonna say, yeah, you know what I'm saying, to ride with you and stuff, so he can hold the gun, so you don't gotta hold it because you're a convicted felon. I think that's your best bet. You know what I'm saying? And security guards cost a lot of money too, and you got to sign a contract with them. And you know what I'm saying. But to have somebody with you on your team that can carry a blower or a firearm, you know what I'm saying, legally, that's the smartest thing. But let's go. We're gonna go to Double XL magazine and to their website, and I'm gonna read you what they say. Hotboii back in jail again. 5 arrests in 7 years. See, I told you. See, Hotboii, he's like on point. He goes to jail like every 2 years, guaranteed. He goes to jail every 2 years. But it's this is not funny. Hotboii's attorney, his attorney's name is Lyle Mason, has released the following statement to Double XL magazine about the rapper's recent arrest. Mr. Walker has had other violations of probation alleged against him, both still in litigation, and we remain confident he will be vindicated on those charges. He continues to focus all his energy on the loves of his life, his son, his music, and his fans. The latest incident occurred within the last 24 hours, and the information is still forthcoming. Man, see, that's crazy. You see, that's the thing. Thing with Hotboii, I don't know how he was still out, because if he just got arrested in February, right? When he got 3 years for the RICO charge, right? Racketeering and RICO and weapons and stuff and drugs and all that stuff. But anyways, whenever you go to the feds, you have mandatory supervised release. I don't care what anybody tells you. If you go to the feds, if you go to the federal prison in the United States, the minute you come out, you're gonna be on federal probation. That could be depending on your charges, whatever your sentencing guidelines are and stuff like that, whatever your probation officer says. I mean, not probation, but whatever the judge says, they could put you on community control, where that means you have a GPS monitor on, and you gotta have I think it's two drug screens. I think it's 1 to 2. I think it's two drug screens, but it might be one drug screens every month, and you gotta check in, and you have to show verification that you have a job. But I'm not saying that he has to verify he has a job because he's a rapper. But anyways, yeah, you got to verify your work history, and it's mandatory drug rehab that you go to a halfway house. It depends. I think they have different types of halfway houses. Like, they have one for like, offender, like, those type of offenders, and they have the drug one and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Meech, like he had to go to a halfway house, and he had to go to drug treatment program so he could get that time cut. But anyways, July 10th, Hotboii was arrested again on a gun charge and trespassing in a school in Doral, Miami yesterday. Hotboii arrested again on Wednesday, July 9th. The Orlando, Florida rapper born Javari Walker was booked for possession of firearm by convicted felon and trespassing on school property with a firearm and trespassing on school property, according to Doral police records obtained by Double XL on Thursday, July 10th. He has since been freed on a $2,500 bond. Few details have been released about the latest arrest. Double XL has reached out to Hotboii's attorney and the Miami-Dade Police Department for comment, but the Miami-Dade Police Department has yet to contact them. See, that's crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. But the thing in Florida, a firearm by a convicted felon, or a firearm by a convicted felon, ammunition by a convicted felon, that's a second-degree felony. But the only thing that strikes me as odd about his bond was only $2,500. So what I'm saying, his bond being $2,500, it means they're not looking at this like very seriously, because whenever you go for the magistrate court, because they have magistrate court in Florida, and that's when they sent your bond at first appearance. So anyways, he's got a man. This dude's been arrested 5 times in 7 years, according to let me read the article. According to Orlando court records, in 2018, he was arrested for possession of a gun, but did not face any prosecution. That means they dropped his charge. He was arrested twice in 2020, once for a firearm possession, possession of cannabis, and resisting an officer, and the second time was for a firearm by convicted felon. Hotboii was arrested on gang RICO charges in July of 2021, and he turns himself into the jail after having his bond revoked in June of 2022. After spending over 2 years behind bars, Hotboii was freed after his attorney was able to get the case dismissed last September. Hotboii was accused of using Instagram to promote guns and lyrics mentioning a gang and being in possession of a gun in his vehicle. However, his attorney, Lyle Mason, successfully argued 438 was not a gang, but a social media hashtag used to represent Hotboii's neighborhood in the Pine Hills area of Orlando, and the case was thrown out. However, Hotboii was reportedly arrested this past February in Orlando, though that information has not been confirmed. Yeah, I seen the headline. He did get arrested. Yeah, he got arrested. He got arrested for a blower, allegedly. But yeah, I don't know. His lawyer, what's his lawyer's name? Lyle Mason. That's a fire ass attorney, man. He got that whole thing thrown out. His whole RICO case. Not the RICO case, but his other charges. He got them from the Instagram, being on Instagram with guns and stuff, and mentioning the gang in his lyrics. He's lucky. He got his attorney. That's a fire ass attorney. His attorney got that thing thrown out. That's definitely he probably paid a lot for that too. But yeah, I see. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's 2025, man. People got to start moving smarter. I'm not gonna criticize. I'm not gonna really criticize him, but I don't know what he was doing at that school. What he was doing at a school after hours at 3:40 in the morning. That does strike me as odd. But you know what's crazy? What's not crazy, but what's funny about this is the guy that was with him, whoever his friend was, they didn't even mention his name. So I don't know. I don't even know if he got arrested too. I can't even. They don't mention that. They only mention Hotboii got arrested, but I don't know what he's gonna. Like, I don't. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know how. With the feds, usually, like even with state cases, if you're on probation and then you get arrested with a new charge on probation, as soon as you go to first appearance, they snatch your bond. You're not even supposed to have a bond. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with him. Yeah, I'm gonna follow this case, but yeah, I don't know how he was able to bond out, or unless he bonded out really quick. But they might go pick him up. His probation officer might go pick him up again. The feds might come pick him up again because that's a violation of probation, and he already has charges from February. He's not even done with that case. But I don't know. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he got arrested for another blow. He got arrested. I'm pretty sure it was a blow. That's what he got arrested for in February, allegedly. But yeah, people got to start moving smarter, man. Like I was saying, I don't know why he don't got somebody that's not a felon that could be with him. You know, act as a security. Even Hotboii got money. He could pay for that dude to get a security license. You know what I'm saying? So he could be professional with it and carry the gun. You know, like on a holster. You know what I'm saying? And what Hotboii could do is double that dude that's gonna do security. Double him as a driver. That dude could drive too. He could drive and carry the gun. You know what I'm saying? That would be if I was Hotboii, that's what I would do. I would have one person, or I would get two people on payroll, one person so they could work half the week, you know what I mean? And they split the week up. You know what I'm saying? Split the week up, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be the first shift, or he could do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and have the other person work Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and split it up like that. So you always got somebody working and just pay him $1,000 a week, and the person can double as a driver too, and have him just drive you, or you know what I'm saying. Or if Hotboii want to drive, he could just drive himself. I'm not saying the dude got to be his chauffeur and like go pick up his food and do goofy stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You can have somebody else do that, but you know, I would imagine Hotboii is kind of a private person, but not really. And he's kept it. I'm definitely gonna say he's definitely kept it low key since he got out of the feds. He's not doing stupid stuff on Instagram with guns and stuff like that. But yeah, well, obviously because he's on federal probation. But I don't know. That's crazy. He's been arrested 5 times in 7 years. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: Hotboii is about that life. You know, definitely. He's got ops out there and they still want his head. But I didn't know he was living. I'm assuming he was living in Miami. I'm gonna assume he moved out of Orlando, because if I was him, I would have left Orlando because his face is hot in Orlando. I think when they did the when him and Glock 9 both got indicted for the Disneyland RICO. I forgot the name of the case, but it was a huge case. It was a huge case. I think it was like 30 something 438 members got arrested, and some affiliates, and then Glock 9's crew, it was a big takedown. His was like 20 or 32, so it was like damn near 100 people on both, combined, both sides, 438 gang and AFNF gang. Both of those, all AFNF stands for All Friends No Family. That's Glock 9's crew. But like I was saying, both of those crews was like damn near 100 people. Yeah. And then Hotboii went on the run too because he didn't want to turn himself in. But like I was saying, he got to move smarter out here. He might be going back to the feds, man. But the only thing that strikes me about this case is his bond. His bond is only $2,500. There's some states, if a convicted felon gets caught with a gun, their bond would be like $25,000 to $50,000. Sometimes they won't even have a bond. Like in New York, if you get arrested by firearm by convicted felon, there's no bond. DC, same thing, no bond. New Jersey, same thing, no bond. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that strikes me as odd is about this case, is that that his bond is only $2,500. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna follow up on this case when more information is available. But like I was saying, like, it's still pretty new, but there was pretty decent amount of information. I don't know what he's gonna do with this new album because he's not gonna be able to promote it if he's in the feds. But we'll see what happens. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Green Dog TV. This is a new channel. I'm gonna be uploading from here. I'm gonna be doing trending topics. I'm gonna do music, rap, hip hop, and just daily content, and just whatever's trending I'm gonna talk about. So thanks for the like, share, subscribe, comment to the channel. Peace out.